every truth came wrapped in lies. I kept believing what you sold. Turned my heart into your home. But every crack inside these walls shows the truth behind it all. I tried to fix what you denied, but truth can't live where secrets hide.
All right, bro. Listen, I have a problem, man. I slept all day. I have a massive headache. Massive headache. We had a 34-minute overrun. In 2 hours and 34 minutes of AEW Dynamite unadvertised. I lost my ability to spell, bro. I need your help. Yes, I lost my ability to spell. Can you help me spell something? Boring. How do we spell that? Oh, okay. You sure there's only one R? Okay. All right. Listen, I'll see you over there. Make sure my old fashioned is made with Maker's Mark tonight. Okay. All right. See you later. Apparently, it's spelled B-O-R. I-N-G. Boring. Dynamite is boring. Oh, I wish this car was AI driven. It'll take me to where I need to go myself, but I gotta take myself to the beer garden. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the beer garden on this long Wednesday night. And when I get there on this Wednesday night, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there. This isn't about errors. It also isn't about excuses. WWE has failed creatively. AEW has failed fundamentally. So why did Triple H lose the plot? Why did Tony Khan abandon everything that made AEW special? Because nobody is committed to the one thing that actually matters: long-term booking. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining us right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for your July 29th, 2026. I'm your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining us on this Wednesday evening, wherever you may be. Joined, as always, on Wednesday nights by the one and only, the Chi-Town Smark himself, the man who loves a 34-minute overrun, after we just got done with a 5-hour pay-per-view on Sunday. Jesse, what's going on, brother?
Hello.
Oh, my goodness, man. Look at this guy.
Oh, my God, man.
Bro, are you not having fun? Are you not having fun?
Oh. What the fuck did that drag so long for?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Bro, what is wrong with this place, bro? Am I losing my fucking mind? Seriously. I mean, I think you and I are normal guys. We like what we like. We're very opinionated. Am I losing my fucking mind here? Seriously, what is with this place?
Bro, that segment went so long. It had me rethinking all kinds of life choices. I'm sitting there thinking it's just me.
Oh my God.
I'm like, is it just me? Am I just that jaded? Like, is it just me? Why? This is so long and boring. It felt like they needed a therapist so they can talk out their friendship problems.
Bro, do you realize that we got a pay-per-view on Sunday night that largely was 98% nothing? And then a Dynamite tonight that had a 34-minute overrun, that 95% of it was nothing. Nothing. Nothing happened on this show outside of the major matches happening at All In, bro, which consisted of Mercedes and Willow and Will Ospreay, Jon Moxley, and Kenny Omega. Everything else was legitimately there. No rhyme or reason, no consequences, no build, no follow-up, no story, bro. Nothing. It's like Seinfeld. What's the show about? What's the pilot about? And George is sitting in the diner with Jerry. It's a show about nothing. It's a show about nothing. That's exactly what it is.
Absolutely nothing. This was, oh my.
Somebody, listen, someone in the chat, I swear to God, please go find that clip of George in the diner with Jerry and please send it to me on Twitter. Please. Please. It's a show about nothing. It's exactly what it is. How you feeling, man? How you feeling? You're not looking too good over there. You had a good live stream, man. I tuned in. You almost had 200 live viewers, man. I think the Busted Open selling out is helping us in different ways, you know?
Tell you, man, it trickles down. I think everybody wins. Everybody wins, man. They're out of the equation, so I think the smart fans that they had will realize that they cannot be unbiased anymore, so they'll disperse and go find other avenues. Go.
Yeah, man, we're having a good week. We're having a good month. Very appreciative of everybody's support for me and Jesse and Solomons on Tuesdays. We're doing good things, man. We're doing great things.
Great support. I cannot thank our loyal viewers enough. I'm excited for my move, man. I'll tell you, man, big things are in front.
So what does this mean? What does this mean? You're not going to have your pretty background green screen going on anymore?
Gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gonna be just an open room. I'm gonna decorate my own backdrop with whatever I come up with, man. And I feel like I'll have freedom to move about the room. I'm gonna add maybe one or more cameras. I have multiple camera angles. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's gonna be a big fucking change, man. Big fucking change.
You at least got to use the green screen for this show because it looks good with you there and me in the beer garden. It looks good, you know.
Can I? I can't.
Don't you got one of them Elgato ones that goes up and down and kind of slides under the couch?
Yep. No. I won't need the green screen. My green screen is actually behind me right now. Here.
Oh yeah, you use that Elgato program. I don't have that on my computer. Yes.
Yeah. Watch this. Here's my real background right there. Look at that.
Oof.
Look at that. You see that? You see this pole right here?
Yeah.
That's my Elgato green screen. Like I'll pull it up from the floor. But all of this AI shit's gonna be gone. And when I do come here, I can just click and do that.
There you go.
So I can. But I'm liking the open backdrop. It'll be much like a like a normal Twitch streamer would have, like an open background and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. That's exciting. It's always exciting to move into a new space and kind of redesign and rebuild, you know?
For sure. I can't wait. Sound dampeners, lights. I'm gonna have all of that, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. Another camera angle. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
That's good.
I gotta get another camera. I'm don't know if I'm gonna get a Sony or a Canon or what, but I gotta get another camera.
Yeah, B&H is your best friend, bro. B&H.
Really? What about Best Buy?
No, B&H. You got to go to B&H, man. You got to shop where we all shop. B&H in New York City.
Man, I'm a Best Buy loyal customer.
All right, Best Buy's fine too, but B&H they got more of a selection.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll check it out.
And it's I think it's depending on what you spend, free overnight shipping.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Check it out.
All right, man. Let's get down to business here. This show to me was fucking incredibly boring, just like a usual Wednesday. You know, we joke that it's very long, and Jesse comes on here, and he's got his head in his hands, and it's just, you know, you just feel drained. It's the proper feeling. There's nothing that is redeeming about this show. And the fact that Tony gave us a 5-hour pay-per-view that was completely unnecessary, more than any other show this year, and then a 2-hour and 34-minute Dynamite where we were advertised for only 2, and he went 34-minute overrun. Like, bro, that's a lot of nothing. He's asking a lot of us because he's throwing matches out there that don't have any consequence. He's throwing matches out there that don't have any meaning, that don't really lead to anything. And he's asking us to pay close enough attention to when something actually good happens. And there was good tonight. I don't want to sit here and tell you the show was a complete fail. There was good tonight on the show, which we will talk about. I love that Mercedes and Willow segment. I thought that was fucking fantastic. And I thoroughly enjoyed Kenny Omega's attitude tonight. I thought he cut a much better promo than he did the last time we saw him cut a very extended promo against Kevin Knight. So I'm going to let you start off with it. What was the biggest takeaway for Dynamite tonight?
The biggest takeaway was that Hangman came back and the crowd reacted as if this was his first time coming back, when it turns out he'd already been back. Who knew? Turns out the whole crowd does not watch Collision.
Yeah, Hangman came back and was announced 24 hours before Collision 2 weeks ago, as Tony wanted to compete against whatever UFC event was on that night, and he felt like Adam Page was going to do exactly that. And he shows up, and nothing was ever mentioned about Adam Page until tonight, which was 2 weeks. No mention of Adam Page.
Weeks ago, he came back and he confronted Will Ospreay backstage. And then he, for some reason, came out with the Conglomeration later on. And I have no idea why he did any of that.
There's no story there, bro. We're supposed to make believe there's a story. That's what he wants.
Sure, I guess. What does he plan on doing? Why is he back?
He may be going after the trios titles with Bro Dito.
Really?
That's what I got out of that segment.
I guess. Sure.
I mean, Jesse's reaction says it all. I mean, what the fuck do you want us to say?
I mean,
there's nothing there.
I'm happy Hangman's back.
Sure. He's a major player.
Needs him. Yeah. Show needs him back. Kind of suck. I mean, I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot by already predetermining to us that he's never going to challenge for the world title again when we don't have MJF right now. And that'd be a fantastic, replacement until he comes back. But I guess not now.
No MJF. A mention of MJF because Andrade has his Dynamite Diamond ring. He will not be wrestling Andrade at Grand Slam Mexico. And it doesn't look like MJF is wrestling Andrade at All In either, because they announced tonight that the Casino Gauntlet match is coming back, and Andrade is taking place in that and will be wrestling next week for the #1 spot. He may be wrestling MJF because they didn't really announce his opponent. I don't know who that's going to be. I don't know why you wouldn't want to advertise that match ahead of time.
Why is he not going to be at All In?
Who? MJF?
Yeah.
Maybe he booked himself out of All In. I don't know.
Why would he do that?
Maybe he wants to be an EVP. I have no idea.
Are we sure he's not hurt?
I don't believe he's hurt, bro. I don't believe he's hurt.
Okay.
We're not talking about that now. He's not on the show. He had nothing to do with tonight's show. Hangman is back tonight. I guess that was Jesse's biggest takeaway from tonight's show.
Bro, that's I don't know. I mean, that segment went so long at the end. I've completely lost interest in what they were doing tonight, man.
Well, do you want to talk about the Kenny and Will Ospreay segment?
Sure.
Do you want to do that now?
I mean, we have to eventually, right? I mean,
sure. I would like to get out of here in a proper time because I don't want to be talking about this anymore because Tony wasted 34 fucking minutes of our life by watching a goddamn overrun when we could have been live at 10:15.
Unbelievable, man. Let's get it. So, yep, main event segment. So I feel like both guys have a legitimate gripe to be upset. I feel Kenny is very justified in being upset. He was right. He was down and out and hurt, and he knew Will Ospreay was there. And Will Ospreay took a very, very long goddamn time to decide that he was not going to try to kill him. And I would be upset too. I would be pissed off. At the end, did he do the right thing? Sure. But what in the holy hell were you sitting there thinking about all of that time? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just showed me your true feelings right there. So Kenny was upset, justifiably so. Will Ospreay was upset. I don't know. I feel like he has less of a reason to be upset, but I get why he is upset. So right now, both guys have just reason to be upset. You know, I heard some people talking about how Kenny turned heel last week, and he did not. If there was ever an instance where somebody did not turn heel, this would be that instance. You know, so I know you love to say, you know, you could have somebody come out turning their best friend, you know, stab them with a knife, beat them with a chair, and then kick their kids in the face, and you'll be on here saying, "Oh, that wasn't a heel turn." What the fuck? So this was
he
definitely
showed some heel
not
tendencies, though. It was a heel. It was a heel maneuver. He didn't turn heel, but it was a heel maneuver.
The guy was upset with justified reasons. What did he do that was a heel? What did he do that was heel like?
In the moment, I didn't see what was the big deal. He saw the trash bag and he automatically blamed Will Ospreay for it.
If you look back at the video, and if that was you, if you were Kenny and you were down there and you look back at the video and you look back at me and someone handed me something to take you out with, and instead of saying, "Get the fuck out of here, I'm not doing this," I'm sitting there like,
bro, he didn't.
That's okay,
bro. He didn't see. He had his back turned and he was out. He didn't see Will Ospreay contemplating the trash bag spot.
We saw, and
yes, we saw.
And now that it's been days later, and he had plenty of time to go back and look at it. Does he have a reason to be upset?
Yes, but he didn't have a reason in the moment because he didn't see Ospreay behind him contemplating choking him out with a trash bag. He woke up and got up and saw the trash bag ripped in half and automatically assumed Will Ospreay was the one that contemplated this whole thing and conspired this whole thing. It looked ridiculous in the moment. I agree with you now after the fact.
Maybe he looked up at the Titantron while he was down in it.
He didn't look up at the big screen, bro.
He actually explained the whole thing.
I got it here. I took notes on it. I got notes on it.
Yeah.
So that we can finally, we can dive into this story and try and make sense of it. I took notes about it tonight.
Yeah. Let's just do it, man. Let's just.
All right, so what we're talking about here, obviously, we'll just go back to what happened at Redemption so you guys know. Omega defended the AEW World Championship against Kevin Knight. It was a very good match. It didn't mean anything at the end of the day because nobody expected Kevin Knight to beat Kenny Omega and win the championship and go into All In as champion, okay? So after the match was over, the Death Riders come on out. They jump Kenny Omega, and they put a chair around his neck, and were about to seriously injure him, the neck, because Ospreay has a history of a neck issue. And the reason why he was out for 6 months was because of the neck. Now, the Death Riders did that to him. But when Will Ospreay got back, he had no friends. And he wanted revenge, which I'll get into in a second because that's exactly what he highlighted. He wanted revenge against Moxley, but realized when he lost that match to Jon Moxley, he had nobody left to back him up. He had no friends. He had no allies. So it was either Jon Moxley and the Death Riders or nobody. So he gave up and opted to join the Death Riders and have them train him. But this is the twist, and this is where we are going back and forth, and this is where Kenny Omega is angry. Ospreay did not immediately run out to save him at Redemption. Now, I think that's a loophole because Ospreay didn't realize, or I didn't think Ospreay knew, that Jon Moxley was going to put a chair around his neck. I don't think so. Why would he automatically assume that there's going to be an attack on Kenny Omega, and why did he automatically assume that they were going to target his neck? So it had to happen. The actions had to happen. And then he comes out as he sees things unfold and tries to save. He wasn't going to get out there before Jon Moxley. He didn't know what was going on. So the chair was around his neck, and Omega is furious. Ospreay did not come out immediately to save him. He hesitated. He stood there, contemplated whether to help him at all. And by the time he did come out, Omega had already gotten the chair off of himself. And when Omega looked up, Ospreay was standing there holding Omega's title belt and the plastic bag that Moxley has used as a weapon to suffocate others before him, namely Bryan Danielson, which was the most egregious of all, and Darby Allin, which made it look like Ospreay had set the whole thing up as a trap to look like a hero, which I don't understand why. Why would Kenny Omega, Jesse, think that way? Why would Kenny Omega, I'll stop there. Why would Kenny Omega automatically think that Ospreay set the whole thing up when supposedly they are great friends for many, many, many years?
That's what creative wrote for him to say.
Oh, that's it. That's the excuse.
I mean, why else would he think? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a conclusion to jump to, I guess. You know, I'm on his side in this promo, and I didn't jump to, oh, you set this up. I just took it as, you know, maybe you were put in this moment, but you didn't. I mean, it wasn't instantaneous to you to support a friend. You were sitting there thinking about that shit. So, I mean, I got a problem with that part. I mean, I didn't jump to it. It looks like you set me up. That sounds like some paranoid shit, but it did look like you sat there and thought about it. And he did. He literally did.
He did. That's the way it came off for sure. Omega, apparently now, from what we understand via this segment tonight that went 34 minutes in the overrun, Omega is not angry that Ospreay saved him. He's angry because of the hesitation, which is what we're talking about and what Jesse just mentioned. Because Ospreay waited long enough that Omega had to save himself. And then Ospreay stood there holding the belt like he wanted a thank you. Omega read the whole scene as Ospreay engineering a moment that he could look like a hero while Kenny Omega was down and out and beaten up and vulnerable after his match with Kevin Knight. Now, whether that's actually what happened or not is deliberately left the way that they left it. They want you to think that that is the story. And where we got to tonight, Ospreay insists he genuinely did not know what to do in that moment. I mean, which is fucking ridiculous. Honestly, Jesse, doesn't it sound ridiculous? He said tonight he didn't know what to do in that moment. Meanwhile, he's gone on and on and on that he wants Kenny Omega to be the best version of himself. He wants the cleaner to go and take a chance on himself. He looks at Kenny Omega as an influence and an inspiration and the reason why he went to Japan and the reason why he's in AEW and he wanted this match with Kenny at Wembley and he prayed and hoped that it happened for the AEW Championship at Wembley Stadium in London, his hometown, from his friends and family. He's getting that. But he didn't know, and he insisted he did not know what to do in that moment? Do you believe him? I think that sounds ridiculous.
I think Kenny thinks it sounds ridiculous. That's why he dropped him with a one-winged angel.
They're not really making Will Ospreay sound good in this entire thing, don't you think?
No, I thought, like I said, I'm like he was a little bit of a dick in that moment, bro. He was conflicted between the guys that helped him recover from his injury and his best friend. I mean, he didn't know which one to choose at that moment. And if I'm the friend, I'm upset that you don't know what to choose. So yeah, I'm kind of pissed off. Plus the fact we got a championship match coming up in a month. Let's just set this shit off then. We got issues. You sitting there not knowing whether you want to choke me out or not. Let me help you decide next time you get put in that spot. I'm going to knock your ass out.
So he's saying he's not saying it was a trap. And he's saying that he had a genuine internal conflict about whether to help someone he has complicated feelings about. He apologizes to the fans for his body failing him and for the Death Riders chapter, but he's not fully apologizing to Kenny Omega. Then Omega keeps slapping him over and over and over again in this segment, and he's just really getting Ospreay more angry and more angry. Ospreay warns him once. Omega slaps him again. Ospreay fired back with a hidden blade, but he never hit the hidden blade. He scared Omega backwards, and Omega fell backwards and then escaped out of the ring. So we were left at that. Omega backed off. Ospreay is done being the lesser of the two in this relationship, and Ospreay eventually said, I have carried this company while you were gone. I have earned my spot. This is the match I've been building towards for 10 years, and I'm going to win the title the right way, face-to-face, when you see it coming. So basically, they are kind of mirroring what Cody and CM Punk are doing, because CM Punk has said to Cody, I'm not going to stab you in the back. I'm not going to do anything behind your back. I'm going to stab you in the front. It's basically different wording, but basically the same premise. So Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay now is all but official. We got the temperature on the stovetop turned up a little bit after tonight for the World Championship match at Wembley Stadium. And this is where this is all heading. Ospreay going home to England and winning the championship from his best friend in his home country. That is now going to be the entire story. So that's where we are right now. That's where we are.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, that's what they're going with.
We're off to the races. I mean, look, I'm not gonna knock the feud that they've laid out that they're gonna roll with. I mean, it's there. It is there. They're not just resting on it's Will Ospreay and Omega. Wait till the pay-per-view. No, they are rolling with something that, you know, storyline wise fans can sink their teeth into. But my God, it took 30 grueling minutes to roll this shit out. You know, I mean, it was. I mean, and the way they put it at the very end of the show that already should have ended, you know, that was a lot to consume at the very end of the show. You know, chop it up a little bit shorter, put it at the very end of the show so that it actually ends on time, or start the show off with it. I mean, you might have a little bit more interest in the segment, but there's nothing wrong with the story that they've started to lay out. It's something to build off of. The tension is there, and it's justifiable tension. It makes sense.
Like I said on Sunday, as long as they are not, and they're moving as far away as possible from the "I love you, bruv, I respect you, brother" type of bullshit, we are not heading in that direction. Thank God.
Yeah. They've already gotten away from that, and we're still a month out. So there's a lot of story to do, and they've already gotten away from, you know, we're friends having a match. So there's legit tension there for both sides. So I'm interested to see where they go next in this build. I mean, so far so good. I'll give them that much, you know. But my God, this shit was just drug out for so long tonight. It was a bad spot for all of it.
Well, you know, if this is just the way that I think, if the show was cut down by, I don't know, 34 fucking minutes, and we eliminated some of the stuff that didn't need to happen tonight, and you put this somewhere in that 2-hour time slot, this would have been a very good show tonight. But the longer you stretch this show out and the more nonsense and irrelevant shit that you give me every single week, it makes the show less. I don't know what they're going for. That's just the way that I think. But Jesse, a question for you. I know everybody here is probably confused about this storyline. You might like it. You might not like it. You know, you might agree with us that at least there's some tensions there and they're moving away from that "I love you, brother, I love you, bruv" type of bullshit. They clearly want you. They are clearly deliberately setting up this uncertainty. Did Will Ospreay come out there and manufacture this whole thing? Did he set a trap for Kenny Omega? Or was he genuinely torn? Now, I have to ask you, they're clearly setting up an emotional aspect to this story from when we get to Wembley Stadium. We all know how it's going to end, but do you feel any sort of emotional attachment to this? You know, and I'm going to use the Sami Zayn bloodline angle because I really loved what they did with Sami. I thought Sami's inclusion in that when he put the steel chair to the Roman's back and that Rumble spot happened, I thought that was just masterful storytelling. Simple storytelling, but masterful because it was just an emotional connection from Sami to the fans, and everybody knew exactly what Roman and the Bloodline were doing to Sammy. Do you feel that sort of emotional attachment here to what Ospreay and Omega are doing? And how much of it is there when you know what the outcome is going to be at Wembley Stadium?
Well, we haven't. We're literally less than
We're 32 days away.
Yeah, we're a week into this build. I mean, we gotta. I mean, it's not fair. To answer your question, no, but that's not fair. I mean, they haven't really done anything with it yet. They have plenty of time to finish telling the story, and if done right, I could be sure 100%. Let's see where they go with it, and I don't think the outcome at Wembley is necessarily a foregone conclusion, because I could possibly see Kenny walking away with the win with a full-on heel turn at Wembley. I'm talking like just lay into an absolute complete heel turn. And that would justify Ospreay not winning at Wembley. It maximizes a full-on heel turn from Kenny Omega, maximizes the heat he gets coming out of that, and the real chase can begin for Will Ospreay. Then he's eventually going to get the title, and it might be at Wembley. Who knows? But it doesn't have to be. I could full-on heel turn with Kenny Omega and roll with that for a while, and then really get some miles out of that chase.
Yeah, I think that's a fair answer. I think that's a very fair answer. But I'm not, again, I know this has been building for a little bit. I'm not emotionally attached to this yet. Again, I'm not married to this match. And I said that 3 weeks ago. I thought that taking the belt off MJF was the wrong move. I thought if MJF was in this segment with Will Ospreay, it would have been 1,000 times better than what Kenny and Will Ospreay did tonight. That's just my opinion. There would have been heat there. There would have been, it would have been just a completely different dynamic. A dynamic that I think is built for a main event more so, between a heel and a babyface. Right now, I don't know who's playing what. I don't really have a marriage to either guy character wise. I'm not cheering for one over the other. I don't like feeling that way in a big match like this at the biggest show of the year. I don't like feeling that indifference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. But again, this could play into it, especially if they go with a full on heel turn. And then I'm talking like include the Bucks. Bucks come out, cheat, kick them in the nuts. Make sure full on that this is a flat out, we gonna cheat and we gonna win and we gonna turn heel. And I'm talking, I want to see London like throw shit in the ring. I want to see them so pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Then the cleaner comes back right after that. I mean, let's go full on heel. I mean, and this story could just be getting started at that point, and it could get really good. Or they could just do the predictable route and just go into Wembley, have Ospreay win, and then new champion, then we move on from there. I mean,
which I think is going to happen.
Very possible, and it makes sense. But that's why I don't think the ending is necessarily so predictable. I think they could go either way and be okay.
Well, we will see how this all transpires. Again, like I said, 32 days with Wembley looming, so we will keep an eye on that. And that's what happened with Ospreay and Omega tonight. The other happenings on this show, I guess we'll talk about in a little bit. Mercedes and Willow, I thought what they did was a great face-to-face. Mercedes, very good on the microphone. They gave Willow a celebration in the ring, which questions why nobody else before her got a celebration. I'm wondering where Stat's celebration was even now when she won the championship. She didn't get no celebration, but Willow gets a celebration. So we'll talk about that. The crowd really made that segment. And we had a bunch of matches that just were thrown together literally an hour or two before the show. We had a national championship match. We had a 6-man tag team match with Kyle Fletcher and Speedball building to their match next week at Grand Slam. Jon Moxley defended the Continental title against Commander. You're asking me why? I don't really have an answer for you. It's just there. And we had a new trios champions tonight. Crowned the Demand, Jesse, are now the new trios champions. They beat the Conglomeration.
Yep. We got Tretch and Parker Boudreaux. Sorry, the Demand with Ricochet at trios titles. Great.
Oh yeah.
Are they gonna rejuvenate the trios titles?
I don't know.
They seem to not be able to focus on the trios titles and the tag team titles at the same time.
I just feel the trios titles are there, Jesse, just to get people involved that don't really have anything to do right now. They're just there.
Which low-key, legitimate, it's fine.
Sure.
It's fine, you know, for what it's worth. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna stop focusing on the tag titles because this week or this month you're focusing on the trios titles, and then next month we're gonna stop focusing on the trios titles and then focus on the tag titles. I mean, which is fine, but you should not be putting your tag division on pause because you're focused on the trios titles. That's the only problem. And there's the ultimate problem. There's too many fucking titles. There's just too many titles.
Yeah. Yeah. Another Dynamite following a pay-per-view that's thumbs down, in my opinion. We're going to go over this show tonight. Thank you guys very much for joining us here on Off the Script. Make sure you guys go and check out all the content on the channel, man. I tell you, I got to say, we are rocking and rolling. Jesse had almost 200 people live tonight watching his reaction stream for Dynamite. And then on my end, me and Coach, 20,000 views for 2 Count on Tuesday, the highest number of people watching us on Tuesday night since him and I have linked up on Tuesday mornings. So thank you for that. Me and Jason did 3,400 live viewers last night. You guys killed it with the Super Chat support. We're looking at a 50,000 view week for TNT this week. The Busted Open news, man, left a lot of people angry, and whether or not you guys are finding us over here and just fed up with what's going on over there, I thank you. If you're new here, thank you. If you are aware of what we're doing and you didn't care before, but now you care, again, thank you. It all helps us out. So thank you guys for the support. Great week, and we're going to kill it this week because it's SummerSlam. Now, Jesse, are you doing a reaction stream for SummerSlam this weekend?
Bro, I think we're going to go all in on SummerSlam, man. I think we're going to be here Saturday and Sunday.
All right.
And I'm going to watch Collision tomorrow.
It is live.
It is live.
You know who didn't show up tonight? The Motor City Machine Guns after heavy speculation. And I don't think that's a good idea to debut them on Collision.
They probably will.
They probably will, yeah. Knowing Tony Khan, they probably will because he needs to save that show from utter failure. So he's probably going to save a big debut for that show. And they are, again, in Detroit. They're in the same venue. But I always think Dynamite's your A property, your A show. Everything important should happen on Dynamite.
So we got Collision tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a previews and predictions on Friday too. So we got that, and then we got both shows. Yeah, man. I mean, are we sure that Motor City Machine Guns have cleared their non-compete?
Yes.
Okay, I'm to make sure. Like, are we jumping the shark here? Are we sure?
No.
That
Did you see the New Day or Kofi and Xavier's new cartoon clip that they posted? It was a 2-minute clip where they were both in the form of unicorns and they finally broke free of the chains, meaning that their 90 days are up.
I saw that they posted something earlier today, and by the time I saw it, I was live, so I didn't get a chance to actually watch it.
Yes, they are both free. Both of those teams are free now.
Okay, good. So if they're in Detroit, it makes no sense to not debut them now.
Especially with how hot that crowd was. I mean, it was not a good show tonight, but the crowd was the best aspect of the show. They were on fire all night. Much better than Montreal. That's for sure. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Make sure you guys go and check out all my content. Again, I was live from Monday Night Raw. I mean, I posted this Danhausen clip. I melted down. I ranted. I raved. I brought the old JD back for this Danhausen slop that we got on Monday. Bro, I uploaded a clip of my rant on Instagram, and it's already at 70,000 views on Instagram in like 4 hours. 40,000 views on TikTok. Crazy numbers this week. You guys are fucking killing it. So go check that out. I also uploaded the rant in full on my second channel, which you can find down below. Jason and I were live on TNT last night. We talked about everything from Redemption to SummerSlam to the Busted Open WWE radio story. Go check that out. Coach and I were live on Tuesday morning. Go check that out on his channel. And then we'll have more Patreon stuff go up on our typical Thursday The next SummerSlam match review series is coming tomorrow. We will be watching Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk in their classic SummerSlam match. So sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206. I also uploaded my first ever Q&A, almost 50 minutes of a Q&A. So go check that out. It's on the Patreon page. So again, thank you guys for your support. And next time we'll be live is Friday night for SmackDown. And I will be live for both nights of SummerSlam, Slam, Saturday and Sunday. So big week coming up. Make sure you keep it right here. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Follow Jesse at Shottown Smart. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as Patreon. Go check out the audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify. I am on there as well. We were 21, I believe, yesterday or the day before that. So always hovering in the top 20. We actually broke into the top 15 not too long ago as well, so please keep up the support over there, and shout out to you guys over there. You're killing it, and we really appreciate all that support. And please leave a comment down below, hit that thumbs up, and super chats are open. Best way to support the show here on Wednesday night. Thumbs up helps us out tremendously as well. Let's try for 700 likes, and a comment helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, and we love being in the algorithm. There you go. All right, man, let's start at the top here. We did get something that happened before. I got wind of it as I think Fightful put up a still picture. I don't know if there's video because I'm not subscribed to the My AEW service. But Tony Khan introduced the Insane Clown Posse, supposedly to a big pop. And Justin Roberts says they were going live 50 seconds before the screen went black. So this is according to Fightful. They went on the air with just a brief kind of hello with the Insane Clown Posse and then right into Dynamite. So I know, Juggalo Championship Wrestling is emanating from Detroit. That's their home base. So Tony invited them to the show tonight. Whether or not he's talking business with them, I don't know. But they were on the show tonight, and Violent J was there meeting with Tony Khan. So if you're a Juggalo Championship Wrestling fan, there you go.
I don't like that. That's not good. that's
What do you got against the Juggalos, bro? You got a problem with the Juggalos?
That's not good, man. It's not good.
Start the show off with a very good segment. Renee Paquette's backstage with Will Ospreay, and he's walking into the building. Death Riders are waiting for him like it's some Western showdown. And Claudio is not there. Moxley walks up. Danny Garcia, he walks up to Ospreay, and he gets elbowed in the face, and he goes down. Moxley holds Pac back because he wanted to attack right there. And he asked Ospreay if he's sure he wants to do that. Do that to Danny Garcia? Who doesn't want to do that to Danny Garcia? Ospreay said Moxley doesn't get to pull the trigger for him and gives back the Death Riders patch that was handed to him a month ago. He says he's out of the Death Riders. Moxley says it looks like he has it all figured out, and they all step aside. Moxley ended up helping Garcia up. So Renee keeps walking with Will Ospreay. The Death Riders do nothing to Will Ospreay in this moment. And all of a sudden, Adam Page comes out of nowhere with his luggage, and he's just standing there. He says he knows what it's like to be in Ospreay's shoes, thinking he has to do this alone, but it's not what this roster let him do last year. Page said the world title isn't something he's focused on anymore, and he offers to help Ospreay if Ospreay needs help going into Wembley. Ospreay says the United Empire boys hate him. He can't trust Kenny, and so I can't trust you. Ospreay goes to leave, and Page stops him and says, he's one of the best in the world. Ospreay just needs to know it, as he'll go to Wembley the best he's ever been, or he's going to die, which Page says he's kidding. He knows Ospreay has this. Ospreay thanks him and walks away, and we go right into Adam Page giving Will Ospreay his full-on endorsement for Wembley Stadium. Now, what Adam Page is going to be in this Will Ospreay story over the next 32 days, that's anybody's guess, and that remains to be seen. But Adam Page had literally nothing else to do with Jon Moxley tonight, or the Death Riders, or Will Ospreay, or anything Will Ospreay storyline-wise, Jesse. This was the only time he had any interaction with Jon Moxley, or Will Ospreay, rather. And Adam Page, seemingly, we'll talk about it a little later, is moving in a completely different direction. So, what do you make of his inclusion here just popping up out of nowhere?
confusing. I don't know if he was just trying to like just tie up a loose end. But I mean, why are you highlighting them together if they have nothing to do with each other storyline wise? I mean, just I don't know. It's a little confusing. I didn't understand it. So
he really doesn't have anything to do with them storyline wise, because isn't he separated from the Bucks and Omega, who are still together? They are the Elite. Adam Page has not really been with the Elite on screen for how long? Forever.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't know. Like I thought they were gonna somehow try to integrate him into this, which would have made even less sense since he can't be involved in the world title picture anymore, unless this is somehow a breadcrumb to somehow lead to the path of him maybe getting back into the world title picture somehow. I mean, this is wrestling, man. I mean, you promised me one thing and then creatively write something different. That's what we're here for. That's what happens all the time. So tell me a story. Make it make sense, though. Maybe this comes back down the road. Who knows? But I'm just confused right now.
Yeah, maybe it does. It really, at first glance tonight, in this show, in this way, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I don't know why it was there. And it may end up being a situation where Ospreay has no friends. And Ospreay is going to go into Wembley Stadium just like Hangman was going into Wembley Stadium last year, where he felt like it was him against the world, him against the Death Riders. It was all on him to save AEW. And he found friends in various places. He had Darby, and he had Samoa Joe, and he had Swerve, of all people. Is Hangman going to be Ospreay's Swerve this year? We'll see. I don't know.
Who was it that knocked out Hangman from ever compete? That was MJF, right?
Yeah.
So by my logic, then, if MJF is the reason he can't compete for the world title anymore, he's gonna need MJF to lift that stipulation somehow, some way. Maybe that could be how he gets back into the world title picture down the road. He's got to have MJF lift it. Why would MJF lift it? Tell me a story. Make it make sense.
Yeah, but what is Adam Page going to do to MJF to get him to actually lift that stipulation? There's got to be something of equal value or greater there. You got to push MJF's back against the wall.
That's the story you got to tell. Make it make sense. Make it juicy. Make it make sense. But by my deduction, Max is the only one that can lift that stip.
We will see. Right now, it doesn't make any sense looking at it head on. Andrade El Idolo. Tranquilo, Jesse. How you know?
Oh, my God. Stop saying that.
How you know? Andrade, Jungle, Jack Perry, and Nick Wayne for the AEW National Title. Jesse, did you see Mother Wayne tonight?
No. So depressing.
Where is Mother Wayne? I have to ask.
Anybody? We need Mama Wayne. Mama Wayne has been requested more than Nick Wayne. We're going to need Mama Wayne back, AEW. Where is Mama Wayne?
Mother Wayne is one of the more highly requested stars of the roster. Yeah, we are not graced with her presence, right?
This is bullshit. We need Mama Wayne back.
I have a question. I genuinely have a question, and this is not me being a hater or a prick or anything. I genuinely have a question. Now, Jack Perry and Nick Wayne, mind you, they were both in a ladder match at Redemption. They were two of the 6 competitors that were in that match. And that ladder match at Redemption was for the #1 contendership for Kyle Fletcher's International Championship. Jack Perry and Nick Wayne, neither of these men won. It was Speedball Mike Bailey who won.
Right.
So what I want to know is, why did Jack Perry and Nick Wayne go into a ladder match to lose an opportunity at the International Championship and then come out of that show and are automatically granted a national championship against Andrade? Any takers on that question? I'd love for someone to answer that question with a straight face and with a level-headed response. I'll let you go first, Jesse. Any thoughts on that?
maybe Mama Wayne is still a Christian Cage. It's possible.
Is that why Nick Wayne got a national title match?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's banging all kinds of moms. So I mean, he's not just banging one mom.
He did thank the Bucks for bringing the wives to Wembley. Did you hear him say that?
No.
Yes.
No, that's not good. Oh no, that's not good.
Well, we'll talk about it a little later. But I don't understand why this match was made. I don't really understand why we're giving championship matches away like they're fucking candy on Halloween. Why are we doing that?
Because they got rid of the ranking system because it poked too many logical holes in their story.
Why did Andrade need to wrestle and defend his championship coming out of that match with Mark Davis on Sunday? Why couldn't you just give me Jack Perry and Nick Wayne, who clearly had something going on in the ladder match if you wanted to build some tension between them? It was much more logical to put them in a one-on-one match and maybe decide who goes for what championship next coming out of that, who has momentum. We didn't need a championship match tonight, so I just question why we're getting random championship matches for no reason. It's not making Andrade's title reign better by him defending titles against guys that don't earn it or deserve it. That's not what builds a good champion. They give me a fucking story with this fucking guy.
Make it make sense. Is it just me, or would Nick Wayne and Jungle Boy probably make a pretty good tag team?
No, this is why we're waiting for Luchasaurus to get back.
But hear me out. Nick Wayne, Jungle Boy, tag team, get some chemistry there. Luchasaurus comes back. Nick Wayne gets jealous about that. He doesn't like Luchasaurus coming back. Tries to drive a wedge. Doesn't work. Nick Wayne turns, and then we off to the races.
I don't like that idea.
No?
No. I'm a Jurassic Express guy.
Yeah, we'll get them back together when he comes back, but he's out.
All right, so let Jack Perry do his solo thing first.
Nah, Jack Perry's solo might not work. Could work. Might not work. Put him in a tag team, and then put him in his real tag team when his real tag team partner comes back.
Well, right now they're building some tension between Jack Perry and Nick Wayne here. This was good. It just didn't make any sense whatsoever. It went 14 minutes. Andrade clearly was going to retain his championship after he had just won it from Mark Davis at Redemption on Sunday. So Jack Perry's in there. He's getting the crowd riled up. He hits Andrade with a dive, goes at Wayne at ringside. Andrade's trying to fight back here. He went for a splash on Nick Wayne. Wayne lifted the knees, and then Nick Wayne gets a Phoenix splash. Very nicely done there. Jack Perry broke up what was to be a 3 count. Andrade caught Jack Perry charging in with his spinning back elbow. Wayne gets a near fall on Andrade with his feet on the ropes for a leverage pin, but he kicks out. Andrade then lands the DM for the win on Nick Wayne. Jack Perry could not break up the pin count, and Andrade retains his national championship. Shivani, at the end of the match, Andrade's in the ring, interviews Andrade. He said he was happy and took a dig at MJF because he's got his Dynamite diamond ring. He says he will be the best national champion ever. And then Shivani brings up that there will be a Casino Gauntlet match at All In. I don't know why we went with Casino Gauntlet match for the women at Beach Break, only to do one at All In, but again, it's not my company. I wouldn't have done that at Beach Break. I would have absolutely saved it for All In. I've been saying this for the past couple of years. Don't do any gauntlet matches and do a big one with unpredictability and major stakes on the line at your biggest show of the year. It's their thing. I don't know why they continue to do it throughout the year. It just lessens its importance. So there will be a gauntlet match at All In, and he will be getting a qualifying match, I believe, in Mexico at Grand Slam Mexico next week in Arena Mexico. Andrade says he has one question. How you know?
Oh.
How you know? Now, who his opponent is, I don't know. But he will be in the gauntlet match, which automatically makes him a top favorite because he's been saying that he wants to go after the world championship, and this is an ample opportunity to go after the world championship by winning the gauntlet match and earning a championship opportunity. Thoughts? Opinions? Indifference? Jesse's begging for some story. I see it all over his face.
I mean, it's getting a little redundant. I mean, just I don't know. I'm a weird one. I want my pro wrestling to make sense.
You're not weird.
I mean, clearly, I must be weird because they won't make it make sense for me. You know, they want me to fill in the gaps for them. They want me to create my own story, you know, just for them to then make that story make no sense the next week. You know, it's
Jesse, they don't care about making sense because they feel like this is where the best wrestle, and they put on fucking 45-minute pro wrestling exhibitions that don't really matter to anybody except its fan base, and they can get away without telling story because their fans don't want story. Or because their fans don't want story, they don't tell any story. We're the only ones. We're the smart ones asking for story because we want our pro wrestling to make sense. This doesn't make sense to us. It wasn't like this. Believe me, you know better than anybody. It wasn't like this in the beginning phases of this place. It wasn't.
Do they not want story, or are they just complacent with not getting the story? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think if they got story, they would still be happy. So why not just, you know, give the sickos some story?
Tony Khan doesn't know how to tell stories. The only people that are telling stories right now are Jon Moxley, Will Ospreay, and Kenny Omega. But who do you think is booking that storyline? Who do you think is writing the direction of the storyline? You think Tony Khan is? Or you think Jon Moxley is? Jon Moxley.
No idea anymore.
Jon Moxley.
I thought MJF was writing stories.
Well, apparently he also is writing stories elsewhere. I don't know.
I have no idea what's going on, man.
We just want our shit to make sense. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense here. The Brawling Birds, they're backstage, and they are raving and squawking about a title shot at the AEW Women's Tag Team titles. So we all knew that this is where they were going to go with the Tag Team Championships. Now it's basically confirmed that we are getting this match with Divine Dominion. They say Divine Dominion talk too much. Do they? Does Megan... I never thought I'd hear anybody say Megan Bain talks too much.
They don't talk at all.
I don't think I heard Lena Cross outside of what she said to Mick Foley asking him to bark on Sunday.
Yeah.
Apparently they talk too much. They're both undefeated, and the champs have been avoiding them for far too long. Have they been? Or has Tony kept them separately on purpose? Because this is the only match that he has at his disposal for the tag team division. They issue a challenge to any of 3 members of the Minions in Training. This is Athena, Billy Starks, or Diamante. Diamante, Jess, remember her?
Still there?
Still there. You know where she is?
ROH?
ROH.
There you go.
Just in case you guys did not know that. They will be facing them on Collision. Alex Windsor says, whenever they see Megan Bain and Lena Cross, it is time to brawl. Fantastic.
How is it that
What's the
Megan
story?
Bain has not been a singles champion?
I don't know. What's the story here, Chad? Anybody want to chime in on what the story is, or are we just going with another match for the titles at Wembley because Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter are the hometown girls? Is that it? Should be good. Should be good, though, right? Should be good.
Well, if history has taught us anything about hometown girls, I mean, they'll be definitely winning at Wembley.
Yeah. So we move on from that to the Don Callis family. Don Callis family's backstage. Renee asked for their reaction to some of the losses at Redemption. Kyle Fletcher jumped in and bragged about his win over Bandito that went 27 minutes, where we talked about this on TNT, and even Jason said this would have been a great 14-minute match. Absolutely. Kyle Fletcher jumped in and bragged about the win. Kevin Knight went toe-to-toe with one of the best ever, he says, and it won't be his last chance at the AEW title. Kevin Knight and Kyle Fletcher get into it. Fletcher said he should focus on his title because he plans to keep his international title in the family. Kazuchika Okada walked up as he walks through the door that's behind them, and he says, yes, the international title will stay in the family. Basically indicating that he will be in the international title match at Wembley Stadium for All In. So I'm assuming it's going to end up being Fletcher, Okada, and Takeshita in a triple threat match. How we get there and how we build that story with all three of them and two of the three being members of the Don Callis family, I don't know. We'll see. Should be a good match, though. Speaking of Kyle Fletcher teamed with Jake Doyle and Brian Cage against Brodito and Speedball Mike Bailey. Now, the reason why this match took place is because Tony thinks that this is a very good way to build going into Dynamite next week. So he puts Kyle Fletcher and Speedball in the ring to give you a little taste of what they're going to do at Grand Slam next week in their International Championship match, but also surrounding them with guys that could easily eat a pin. So Speedball or Kyle Fletcher don't have to eat a pin. So that's why Bandito and Brody King are there, and Jake Doyle is there, and Brian Cage is there. So this went on and on and on for 14 minutes. And in the end, Speedball and Fletcher had a stare down. We had a graphic plugging their match. They have that title match next week. And Speedball tagged himself in at the end and landed a top rope double knee across Jake Doyle's back. And who do you think took the pinfall here, Jesse?
Fletcher.
Incorrect.
Oh, so close. So close. I guess we'll go with Doyle.
We'll go with Jake Doyle. Ding, 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 ding. Jake Doyle
Okay.
in the match to take the losing pinfall. Absolutely.
There we go.
Any thoughts on this riveting momentum that Speedball has going into Grand Slam? You excited?
It's not moment. It's not no. It's not momentum. Although the match will be good because Speedball is good despite being very boring, and Kyle Fletcher is fucking future main eventer in this company, man. He is very, very, very good at what he does. Kyle Fletcher is he's gonna be a main eventer in 2027. So
you would hope so.
I really hope so. He better be.
You would hope so.
I bet he better be. But he's the match should be good. The guys are good. I don't know how much I care about Speedball Mike Bailey. I love Kyle Fletcher. I have no reason to be invested in Speedball Mike Bailey. Just being good in the ring is not enough. They have done nothing to get me invested in his character.
Well, the two times that they've wrestled on AEW television in singles matches, one was in the Continental Classic Gold League, where Mike Bailey and Kyle Fletcher went 19 minutes and 10 seconds. I believe that was a 20-minute time limit. That was actually at Dynamite 323 at Winter is Coming on December 10th. Fantastic match, one of the best matches that AEW put on Dynamite all year last year. And then again, they wrestled this year when Kyle Fletcher was the TNT champion this year. And they wrestled on March 11th, and they went 18 minutes, which was also just as good. I actually enjoyed their match in the Classic better than the TNT title match. But this is going to be a third match. Fletcher won that match in March. Bailey won against Fletcher, so right now they're 1-1. So I'm assuming Fletcher's going to get the win. There's no reason to take the belt off of him when he's rumored to be facing Okada and Takeshita at All In. So we're looking at a great match that ultimately goes nowhere for Mike Bailey.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher's got plans for All In. Mike Bailey does not. I would assume that they would make Mike Bailey versus Kevin Knight for All In, being that's his ex-best friend and ex-tag team partner, but I don't really know what the fuck they're doing. Just another match. Not really any story, chat. Not really any story. We had a sit-down interview with Christian Cage and Adam Copeland, sitting across from the Young Bucks. Renee was in between both teams. She says they throw around the term dream match a lot, but this is at the tippity top. Nick Jackson says he's already nervous about it. Their kids and wives are coming with them to Wembley. He says they never thought the match would happen, and it's an honor. He says they revolutionized pro wrestling, and we feel the same with us for tag team wrestling. Copeland said we're looking forward to this one too. He says they respect what the Bucks did to keep tag team wrestling alive. Copeland says tag team wrestling has often been pushed aside, but they made sure that wasn't the case. And he's 100% correct on that, because tag team wrestling is fucking just not respected in any way whatsoever. AEW does a much better job at it than WWE, where WWE just makes it irrelevant. I mean, it's not even existent over there. which sucks. Because if you got a great tag team division, I do think that's some of the best content on the television shows. Christian says he can say with all sincerity that they didn't come back to AEW for a greatest hits tour or retirement tour. He says they want to plan that they're the greatest team, not of just their generation, but also the Bucks generation. I just want to throw it out there that it's good that your wives are coming to Wembley. Renee then said, what? Yes. Matt says that they are on their second career in a sense, as their legacy was made while they're still working on theirs. He says they spent 2 years trying to get those belts back. He says they've been scratching and clawing to get back to where they need to be, but they have come up short. Copeland says they were both told their careers were over and went 25 years without tag team title reigns. Matt says they're legends, but nothing will stop them from winning the tag team titles for a record fourth time. He says they're going to come at them more aggressively than they've ever come at anyone in their careers. Christian says it sounds like they're trying to talk themselves into it. He then asked if they can lift their game to another level like they've always done. He said for them to beat them, they have to be the greatest. Renee then asked why it would mean so much to them to retain the titles. Copeland said because we are doubted at this stage. Buck says they've been criticized for being too small or leaning too much on super kicks or doing too many high spots or their style doesn't work or they don't have the machine behind them. He says they're bigger, taller, and more experienced than them, but they've been doing this for a long time. Copeland says, once again, that they are looking forward to it. I thought this was good. I thought they laid the groundwork for why both teams, Jesse, feel the way that they do. They touched upon some of their accolades in two different capacities. Obviously, Edge and Christian, Copeland and Christian are of an older generation where the Bucks revolutionized tag team wrestling in their own way for this generation. Obviously, Copeland and Christian have had their careers taken away from them, and they have a lot to prove here against someone like the Bucks. I think this is, I don't want to say it's a dream match, but it's pretty damn close. To me, anyway, it's not a dream match, but it's pretty damn close, and I can understand why this would be a dream match for some people. I'm looking forward to this just based on the two conversations we had going back and forth here.
I think it's fair to call it a dream match. I mean, we're looking at two different generations of tag teams that never faced each other, and no one ever thought that they would. The opportunity came a while back, but it never happened, and it's happening now. I remember the Bucks dominating the indie scene, and Edge and Christian doing Edge and Christian things. There's always what if the Bucks faced, the Usos? What if the Bucks faced, the Hardys? And then we got that, and now we're gonna get Bucks versus Edge and Christian. I think the Bucks versus the prominent tag teams from WWE facing off was always somewhat of a dream match because the Bucks never went to WWE. So as they trickle out and come on over, we're gonna get those matches. We're gonna get the Bucks versus the New Day. That would be a dream match as well. It's something we never thought we would get, and we're gonna get. Like them or not, the Bucks and Edge and Christian are for the best, to ever do tag team wrestling in the world ever. So them facing for the first time should not be minimized. I think it's a dream match. Yeah.
I consider the New Day and the Bucks more of a dream match to me anyway. I can't see Cope and Christian at this age having a dream match just based on their age, but that's just my opinion. I'm looking forward to the New Day coming on in. I do think that we see them at Wembley. But what I like most about this segment before we move on to the next segment is that both teams laid out why this match is so important to them for different reasons. And they really put focus on why the tag team championships mean so much to both teams. And when you do that and make it all about the championships and you give me a reason why and an explanation as to why this means something to you and why it means so much to you, you're on the right track. So good on them. This was a very good segment. Moving on here, we went to Maya World, who was the new TBS champion, as she beat Hikaru Shida in a god-awful match on Sunday's Redemption show. First title defense here against Persephone, who is the current CMLL Women's World Champion. Why this match? I know. Why this match was made, I don't know. I don't know, but I guess we found out at the end of this match with who returned to AEW television. So this match, Jesse, went 9 minutes. Really nothing special about it at all. I'm looking at the time limit here, and
I disagree.
Well, I mean, sure, all right, but all right. Tranquilo, Jesse, tranquilo. I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at it going 9 minutes, and I'm asking myself, a 9-minute match would be a breath of fresh air on a fucking AEW pay-per-view. I don't know why Sheeta and Maya World didn't go 9 minutes. It would have actually raised the match to be a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. Maya World retained here. Apparently, at the end of this match, we saw Sheeta run to ringside and distract the referee, but while she did that, she slid beforehand, Jesse, a kendo stick into the ring for Persephone to use against Maya World because she's still upset that she lost to Maya and lost the championship at Redemption. Kris Statlander shows up out of nowhere and yanked the kendo stick away from Persephone, distracting Persephone. Maya turned around and suplexed with a bridge on Persephone, like a fallaway slam overhead with a bridge, which looked ridiculous. There's no way you're going to make me believe Persephone couldn't kick out of the finish of this match. No way. But that's what got the win. Maya retained the championship. She's still the TBS champion. Statlander entered the ring. She raised the arm of Maya as she looked at Persephone in the aisleway, just screaming and frustrated that she lost her opportunity at the TBS title. So now what I gather here, Jesse, is that Tony, along the next 7 days or so, is going to make Persephone, who's the CMLL Women's World Champion, make a match between her for the title against Kris Statlander going into Arena Mexico next week, Grand Slam Mexico. That's what I'm getting out of that.
Interesting. I'll take that. Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, there's a lot of what's a good word for me to use, chat? There's a lot of
ass. I'm sorry. We're looking for code words. Okay.
I would have been a little more subtle with my choice of words, but
we're trying to hide it now. Okay. So I do enjoy what Persephone brings to the table. Is she full time in the company? Is she dual contracted?
She's dual contracted to both.
Good. I think she's really good. Maya World, I think she's good. They're gonna have to start developing some kind of character in Maya World. She
is kind of boring, huh?
Yeah. It can't just be I wrestle and I look gorgeous in these, tights, but she we need some kind of story. We need some form of interest to get behind her character. Because she can wrestle. She is good. She's not the best wrestler in the locker room, but she's far from the worst. She's good. So let's get something behind her so we can get invested in what she's doing.
Yeah, I agree there. She is a little bland. Yeah. Don't know how we get her to break out of her shell a little bit, but we're going to need more than just her being the come from behind upstart babyface here that won the championship and is now the face of TBS. We need something more than that. Give me something more.
Come from behind. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Come from behind babyface. Yeah. Underdog babyface. Yeah.
There we go.
Right. Tranquilo, Jesse. Tranquilo.
Okay.
We go from that to the backstage area. Mark Davis is cutting a promo backstage. Mark Davis is furious that he lost his national championship. He says he's going to do something about it and all of a sudden calls out Will Ospreay. What does Will Ospreay have anything to do with him losing the national championship? Why beat Will Ospreay to get back your national championship is what I want to know. Can someone answer me this question? Jack Perry just wrestled for the International Championship on Sunday's pay-per-view, the number one contendership for the International Championship. So did Nick Wayne. And they got a national championship match tonight on Collision by doing absolutely nothing. If Mark Davis wants another shot at the national championship, why doesn't he get another shot at the national championship? Why is he picking a fight with Will Ospreay is what I want to know. How does that make any sense?
Aim high?
Aim high. Okay. Doesn't make any sense. He says the only reason Ospreay beat him last time was due to the Death Rider interference. So he issues a challenge to Ospreay at Grand Slam without the Don Callis family vowing him that he will leave Ospreay broken. Okay.
Yeah.
They had a very good match the last time they wrestled. I'm sure it's going to be more of the same.
Should be.
But
Should
what
be. I
does
don't
it
see why.
mean? What does it mean? What are the consequences? Where does it go? Why are we going back to the Don Callis family and Will Ospreay? I don't know. Willow. AEW Women's Title Celebration. Everybody gets a celebration when they win the Women's Championship except Kris Statlander. I remember.
Are you trying to get me to rage on this shit again, man?
I remember. Bro, you remember. I don't hide it. When she won the title from Toni Storm, bro, did she get a celebration? Did she get a promo? Did she get a reason for explaining why it was so important to her? The answer is no.
Nope.
Not a single fucking peep.
Did my girl wrong.
Dirty. Willow's in the ring with Renee. We get pyro. We get an explosion of streamers. Huge ovation for Willow. They were making her cry. Maybe. Did it look like genuine crying to you? Maybe. She was elated. She was elated.
Yeah. There you go. We go with that one.
This is what people dream about. And she is grateful that they've been with her despite there being doubters along the way. People would look at her as too quirky, too chubby, or too weird. Just not get it. But this past year, she's apparently made the fans very happy. This past year, she's become half of the first women's tag team champions, beat Mercedes Moné for the TBS title, got hurt. But what pulled her out of a dark place was her mom, who told her that she could stay down or you can fight. Nightingale fought to get into the Casino Gauntlet, then a toxic champion in Tekla to win the big one. While she loves the love, if life has kicked you around, don't you dare give up. Keep fighting and pushing through because sometimes the comeback is even better than the dream. Mercedes Moné comes on out. And she's got a contract in hand. She's getting booed very, very loudly here. Moné said she didn't come out to ruin her celebration and demands Nightingale sign the contract for All In right now. Willow signs it on Mercedes' chest and shoved it right back in Willow's face. Renee then says it's official for All In. Nightingale asks, what's Moné's problem today? 5 seconds, everyone didn't give all of their attention to her? Or is it because she remembers Nightingale beat her to end her TBS title reign? Nightingale thinks that it's that she has the one title that Moné just can't win. Mercedes says what she hates most about Willow isn't her stupid smile, as they are raining shut the fuck up chants at Mercedes, which is always great to hear. That's exactly the type of reaction you want. Mercedes says it's not her stupid smile. The fans adore her. It's that every milestone, her name is written on Mercedes' story. Nightingale is holding the one thing Mercedes is destined to hold. And she says that she'll end Mercedes' fairy tale at All In. She talked about the injury. Willow was there. Mercedes was out, and everybody cheered Willow. Willow beat the TBS champion, who was Mercedes at the time, and Mercedes lost the TBS title to Willow. And now we're looking at this All In match. And I didn't even mention their Double or Nothing match way back when. Her first match in was against Willow. So all these situations have Willow attached to Mercedes. This will not be a fairy tale for Willow at All In. She would be nothing without Mercedes. She demands Willow admit that Moné made and elevated her, and she'll take that title and smile off her face. So they get into each other's business here until Divine Dominion appear. And Mercedes chop blocks Willow's knee. She goes down. Lena Cross and Megan Bayne double choke slam Willow here as Mercedes holds up the women's championship until the Brawling Birds come out and chase off the heels. So what they need to do here, which they have not done so since Beach Break, okay? You had 3 weeks to do this now, and I don't know why we're waiting. Now is as good of a time as any, Jesse. What is the connection between Mercedes and Divine Dominion?
Oh, no. You don't get to ask me that. I've been asking that shit all night in my stream, and everybody looked at me like I'm supposed to know the answer to this shit. You tell me.
I don't know. No, neither one of us know. And you've had 3 fucking weeks to give me an explanation as to why these women are working together. What is the reason? You cannot pair 3 women of this status together without giving me an explanation. Are they an official faction? Is Mercedes leading Divine Dominion? Is this a new stable of sorts? Is this a one-off partnership? Clearly it's not. This is the second time now. What is the reason?
Here's the fucking problem. They have been grouping women up into 3s over the last few weeks, and I'm starting to get concerned.
I mean, you have every right to be concerned because I don't really want to go to where you're thinking.
I don't want to put it out there in the universe, but they keep grouping women into 3s, and I'm starting to get terrified. All right, so they need to stop doing that. They don't need to be grouped in 3s, 1s, 2s, and stop. Stop putting them in 3s. Starting to get worried here.
I don't know. You got to give me a reason. Type it into an AI, chat GPT, Claude, whatever you want to use. Give me a reason as to why they are together. Clearly, we're building towards a 6-woman tag team match here. I'm assuming this will take place either at Grand Slam or in the weeks to come. It's going to be Willow and the Brawling Birds against Divine Dominion and Mercedes Moné, and they're going to build tension between both of these matches in this 6-woman tag team form. Very simple booking, and it's not really all that exciting. But this promo and this segment was great. Mercedes actually kind of channeled her inner heel Sasha Banks from what I remember I love about the Sasha Banks character. This is the first time Mercedes really sounded really great on the microphone. And I thought that this was a very good night for her. Jon Moxley. He goes one-on-one with Commander for the AEW Continental Championship. So, let me reiterate here. Jack Perry and Nick Wayne, who were in a ladder match for the International Championship #1 contender match, they got a title match against Andrade for the national title. Commander was also in that ladder match at Redemption for the international title #1 contender, and he lost as well, and he gets a shot at the Continental Championship. So, am I to believe that if you are a loser in AEW, that this benefits you more than being a winner? Am I on the right track here?
Sounds like it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sure.
What did Commander do to earn a Jon Moxley Continental Championship title match? Can someone in the chat fill me in? Did I not see something happen on Collision? Did something happen on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Threads? What happened?
Blue Sky?
Blue Cry? What happened?
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Who do you think won this match, Jess? You think Commander had the Continental Championship wrapped around his waist as a winner here?
Yeah. He's the new champion, right? And Moxley has to go and cry about it.
Jon Moxley wins, and he cinches in a sleeper to retain the title in 12 minutes. This is great graps, apparently, Jesse. This is what the sickos want.
Moxley's actually doing pretty good work these days.
Moxley's work is very good. I'm not gonna sit here and deny Moxley's work. He's so much better on his own. Like I said a few weeks back, I don't mind him being the Continental Champion because we know we're gonna get a match with no interruptions and no interference. And when Moxley wrestles, you see how really good he is.
He's good. He's really good.
Yeah.
I'll give him that much. He's climbed out of that. We're tired of seeing him on our TV rut. He's actually doing pretty good work these days.
Yeah. This match was irrelevant. Didn't need to happen. It leads to nothing. And in and out goes Commander. Just championship matches galore. International title, TNT title, fucking national title. Now he's got the Continental title. I mean, they're all getting title shots. Who's next? Beast Mortos? Who else was in that match? El Clone? Are we going to see El Clone versus Jon Moxley for the Continental title? Maybe we'll see that tomorrow on Collision.
Soon.
Mick Foley He interviewed Juice Robinson, Ace Austin, and the Guns. He noted Jay White wasn't there. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe he didn't get dropped on his fucking neck at the pay-per-view. He'd still be here.
Oh, is he hurt again?
I don't know. Ace says they have big problems. Colton says they've been screwed by the dogs, by the Death Riders. Juice is feeling the effects of the chain match. And Jay White isn't even there. Juice challenged the dogs to finish what they started. When Austin says they had 2 words for everyone, Foley chimed in and said, bang, bang. Because, you know, they're the Bang Bang Gang. But it fits. But Austin says, on any other night, that'd be fine. But tonight, it's guns up.
It's always guns up.
I don't think Foley realized what their catchphrase was.
It's always guns up.
He's new here, bro.
No, Foley knows what the catchphrase is.
He's new here. Before we get to the main event here, speaking of Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Pac, and Garcia, they were in the back. Apparently, the Bang Bang Gang is now going up against Wheeler Yuta, Pac, and Garcia on Collision. So enjoy that slop, Jesse. You got that for tomorrow night.
Hey, join me.
Moxley was wincing in the background. He stepped in the front of his group here, and he said he's sick of all the talk about the way they do things. Oh, the morality police are out. He says they meet people where they are and play by the rules that are necessary. This is what this sport is about, and this is what this championship, as he points to the Continental title that Marina Shafir is holding over her shoulder. This is what the Continental title is all about. Moxley then said, he said everyone backstage is abuzz about the Continental Cup. Now, he says the Continental Cup is filled with challengers who want to take what he has. He says they'll run into the fire to keep the belt in the Death Riders. So, we don't have plans for Jon Moxley going into Wembley Stadium, so we have to manufacture another Continental tournament in the month of August. When we come around to Full Gear time, we're just going to go right into the Continental Classic. So now we have the Continental Classic and the Continental Cup.
What the fuck is the Continental Cup?
Why are we making things so much more convoluted with another tournament? We just got done with the Owen. 2 of them. Bro, what are we doing here?
Booking for the sickos.
The Continental Cup and now the Continental Classic? Out of all the tournaments that you could come up with and conjure up, why not a tag team tournament? A global tag team cup. Couldn't wait, huh? Jesus fucking Christ. Who's going to be Jon Moxley's opponent going into All In? I don't fucking know. Take your pick who doesn't have plans going into Wembley Stadium right now. Ridiculous. We got the main event here. Conglomeration and the Gates of Agony with Ricochet, better known as The Demand. 13 minutes. Late in the match, the lethal twist, Jesse. They ran out. They rushed to the ring. Blake Christian hits a springboard belt shot to Orange Cassidy. Ricochet followed with the spirit gun. And The Demand are new trios champions. Referee was completely oblivious here. Bryce Remsburg completely oblivious to everything that went on. There was 3 extra guys in the ring, and he didn't hear or see anything going on.
Sounds about right.
Post-match, The Demand and Lethal Twist all beat up the Conglomeration. This was a 6-on-3 attack. Brody King rushed out. He got beat up. Adam Page comes on out. Why? I don't fucking know.
I have no idea.
He walked out with a barbed wire chair. Everybody bails. Jay Lethal tried sneaking up behind to take the chair away, but when he grabbed the chair that was wrapped in barbed wire, he inadvertently stabbed himself with barbed wire, and he's selling it in the ring long enough for Adam Page to hit him with a buckshot lariat. Page, King, and the Conglomeration stood tall, and The Demand and Lethal Twist retreat with the trio styles. Any thoughts here, Jesse, on the new prestigious champions here in Ricochet?
Yeah, sure. Great. So I think I might have come up with a way.
This is what this show has become, chat. We don't fucking know. We don't know anything. We don't know anything.
Who cares? That team has not been working out, but they're trying to force it down our throats. I hope it works out for them. Nonetheless, I think I got a way to get Hangman back into the main event picture.
Okay.
And it has to be MJF. We need MJF to do MJF shit and whatever feud that he's involved in, but then he's gonna need some help. He's gonna need some help getting his world title back. Whenever he gets his world title back, he's gonna need some help. And out of the blue, out of nowhere, comes Hangman to help screw Will Ospreay out of the world championship to get it back into MJF's hands. The world is wondering why. Cannot figure out why. Hangman has been going around helping MJF for some odd fucking reason. No one knows why. Then it comes out a couple of weeks later. Let's not do it the first fucking week. A few weeks later, it comes out and he cut a deal with MJF. If he holds him down, if he has his back, he'll give him another shot at the world title.
You're really trying to fucking make this thing work, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it work, man. I'm gonna make some sense out of this shit. Why is Hangman helping MJF? This makes no fucking sense. He's turning heel. What is this shit? He's reluctantly doing it, but he's doing it effectively. But he doesn't want to do it. But he's tired of looming around the mid card. And if it means he has to do a deal with the devil to get a title shot again, then he's willing to do it. That's what I'm gonna roll with. I think that'll work.
Hooligram in the chat said Adam Page is the drizzling horseshits.
Hooligram is the most depressing mofo I've ever seen in this chat. He likes nothing. No. He said Andrade. He's like a mini you. He just shits on everything.
He said Andrade is the only one that has any sort of aura on this show, and I agree with him.
That's a one thing.
Now, we had the main event segment here, which we already talked about, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. Do you want to go over this any further, or did we express our opinions on this enough in the beginning of the show?
Covered it. Did that.
Don't need to repeat ourselves because AEW content is the drizzling shits right now. Jesse, do you know that I uploaded 2 clips from Friday's SmackDown and Monday's Raw that did near 20,000 views each on my second channel? I uploaded what we talked about with Tekla and Willow and their match and how we both feel that Tony Khan dropped the ball on Willow winning the championship and not sending Tekla into All In, who, by the way, wasn't on the show, not sending Tekla into All In as the champion. Do you know that it barely did 1,500 views?
Nope, I did not know. I knew the other stuff because you told me earlier.
AEW content does not draw flies to shit. Nobody cares. This is how weak the programming is for AEW. Nobody cares about anything. Nobody. It's not us. It's them.
I gotta tell you, my AEW. I'm being dead ass, man. My AEW content does more numbers than my WWE content does.
Well, I mean, if you go into the comment section, everybody usually says that you glaze AEW too much. So that's probably why.
I've not seen any of those comments.
Well, you're not there.
I'm not. Maybe it's in your comments. I don't read your comments.
No, I know. It's in my comment section.
Oh, your comment. Okay.
Yes.
Then.
Yeah.
But no, they feel that way because I don't shit on it as much as you. So by comparison, I'm glazing.
Well, you haven't glazed anything the last 2 shows. I mean, you're just as frustrated and bored as I am.
Nope. No. If I say one thing that's not negative, I'm glazing. That's why I stopped reading your comments.
Well, don't read them.
By comparison, I understand what they're saying. But in totality, it's nowhere near true. I just don't shit on them as much as you. So they think I'm glazing. That if I either agree with you or I'm glazing them.
All right, listen.
There is nothing in between.
I've toned it down a lot over the past several months. Am I wrong in anything I say? I mean, am I off that far?
No, but I'm just talking about the comments in your video. I mean, that is the reason behind it.
Okay.
That is the reason why they say, because if I disagree with you, then I'm glazing them. But then on the other end, if I agree with you, then I'm just a JD yes man.
Yeah.
There is nothing in between.
You can't win.
You can't win. There is nothing in between.
I still get people thinking that I glaze Triple H and I am a WWE Fedbot. I'm like, man, you guys ain't watching the right product, man. I don't know what the fuck you watching. That's not me. Anyway, we thank you guys for joining us here on Wednesday, man. This show was just a complete nothing burger. We talked about Mercedes and Willow, very good segment. Ospreay and Kenny Omega, we are caught up on the story there. We both agree that it's in the beginning phases of it. There's 32 days to go, but they're doing a good job of building that story there. Outside that, there really is nothing else. There's legitimate... And Copeland and Christian with the Bucks. That was a very good segment tonight. So there was good segments on the show tonight, but everything else surrounding the promo segments, it meant nothing. So they're doing a good job of building the big 3 matches that they got. But other than that, man, it's looking fucking rough and very rocky going into All In. I don't think he knows what he's doing yet. And we're 32 days out. We're going to get to the Super Chats. We thank you guys very much. And we're going to wrap this up pretty quickly so I can hop on Black Ops 1 and just enjoy the rest of my night. And I have Thursday off to do nothing. So follow us on social media at JD from NY206, at Chi-Town Smart. I'm also on Patreon, TikTok, Cameo, and Instagram. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. And go follow me on all the socials, man. We're rocking and rolling with some clips, and we got the second channel. We're everywhere. So everything you need is in the description. Leave a comment down below. Continue to hit that thumbs up. We are another 90 likes away from 700. That's the goal. Easily attainable tonight. So let's get those likes up. 700 is the goal. Super Chats are open. They will remain open. No wheel tonight. No participation for the Wheel Friday. We're going to continue the wheel on Friday. And continue to give away some exclusive off-the-script merch. I got to get the previous winners. I know we have Dingleberry and Share Shot. We got to get those packages out. Phil, I don't think Phil's in the chat. He's getting his box. That should be coming in the next couple of days, so look out for that, brother, if you are watching. And we'll do the wheel and the business on Friday. Let's get into the Super Chats here. I don't have my Super Chats up. What the fuck is going on? Wow. I got the green monkey on my thing. Something went wrong, apparently.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I got to switch. I think I just got to sign in and sign back out. Hold on.
Go to the... Just go to the YouTube page and go to fan funding. You'll have it all listed.
Yeah. I think I got it. Let's see. Yeah, there's the chat. Okay. I got it back. I just had to log in and log out again. All right, let's start at the top. Michael Krause, $2 Super Chat. JD Jesse OTS, join the tap room. How you know? Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Joey Taylor with a $1 Super Chat. No message. Caden, $1.99. No message. Thank you both, Joey and Caden. Tommy with a 54 months. JD, I'm not sure why the wrestling shows have been so bad, but they need to get back to what you preach. Long-term booking and get better writers. Well, WWE needs to get better writers. Jesse and I genuinely don't know what happens in AEW. I don't even think they have writers. We just don't know.
I don't know.
Abibi with a $20 Super Chat. That Kenny Omega promo with Ospreay should have been done by phone call. The whole telenovela act was not necessary. Grown men slapping each other for what? Yeah, I didn't really get that part. What was Kenny slapping him for? Like, if he was really angry and frustrated at him, he should have fucking beat the shit out of him. Slapping him around. Does he want to bring Ospreay back down to earth? Does he want Ospreay to get his head on straight? Is that why he slapped him the way he did?
It looks like an abusive domestic relationship. I mean, that's how it came off.
I don't know. BB, I get you, man. I don't know. My guy Beantown with a 20. Hey, JD, disappointed that we got no Tekla tonight. Curious what she does it all in. Also, nobody wants to see Nick Wayne. Where is Mother Wayne? It seems like everyone gets title shots like giving away candy. I don't know, bro. I said the same thing. It's like fucking candy on Halloween with these titles. You just get a title shot. You lose a match, you lose a series of matches. We'll give you another shot at another title. It's all right. Scripps with a 5. Worst wrestling show all year by far. That was not tonight. That was Raw. That was Raw. And Redemption was also bad, too. Stephen Flawsey Or Flozy with a $5 super chat. Just par for the course. TK can't book a follow-up show to a pay-per-view. Boring. Steven, I agree. Thank you for the 5, brother. Excuse me. Tony Brown with a $4.99. I was hoping to see Tekla's sweet assets. I might be old, but she can get a double Blue Chew night. Oh, my goodness. I don't think you need Blue Chew for someone like Tekla, Tony. Do you?
It's not about need versus want. I'm going to stay there as long as I can.
Yeah. I guess. The Realist with a $50 super chat. Been watching for a little bit now. Caught you when you two are talking about the Vince documentary on Netflix with Ross, and been watching since. Both companies have the same problem with bad booking, storytelling, and poor follow-up. Realist, thank you, brother. That was a good time.
It was very good.
That was a good time. Yeah, we got.
Did you watch the Big Boss Man?
I did not. I haven't watched anything this season yet.
The Jared stuff was really good.
I gotta watch. I hear it's good this year.
It was 3 parts. It was really good.
Yeah, we gotta do something with Ross again. That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Realist, for the 50 bomb. That's really generous of you, and I appreciate that very much. Tone with a 10. Just got home. It was a fun show live. It sounded fun. The content was not. The in-ring was just irrelevant. It means nothing. AJ Body with a 4.99. I'm sorry, but can someone help me understand what is it that people see in Austin Theory? I don't see anything besides a physique and a boring promo.
A good promo.
I don't. He's a very good in ring, but I don't think he's fit for WWE. I don't think he's gonna be anything outside of where he is now. Well, that's it.
It's because why does he keep saying the Machine Guns made their Collision debut? I thought Collision was live tomorrow.
Mid-range Collision is live tomorrow.
Is he high?
Collision is live. It's not taped.
It's not taped tonight. What the fuck is he on about? So I think just he just might not be. He might be right. It's just not his element there, and he's never gonna get much higher than where he is in that company. So I mean, maybe it's just not a good fit for him. You know, maybe he needs to leave and come back and better himself. But
Chris in the chat says Grand Slam Mercedes and Divine Dominion versus Willow and the Brawling Birds is official for Grand Slam Mexico. Okay. Just like I said. Now we need a reason as to why they're together. Why are they together? Why is there a partnership here? AJ, thank you, brother. $4.99 also by AJ again. We got a lot of $4.99s from AJ. He's got 4 of them. So it's 20 altogether. Thank you, brother. They've been pushing Austin Theory since 22, and it fails every time. What happened to Darby Allin since he lost his world title? That's right, he's been irrelevant since then. Killed MJF's title reign for Mr. Irrelevant. I mean, that was Jesse's main concern. They haven't done shit with him.
Nope.
Nothing. Looking back at it, it was a terrible move. Terrible decision.
Yep. Go back to everything we talked about, and my official stance is that was a terrible fucking move. It's a terrible decision. They should have waited. There was no points in it. It didn't help him going forward. You just tossed him right back to the mid card where he could have been this entire time. Why did we waste this run?
Another question, not necessarily now, but when are we going to get a feud between Adam Copeland and MJF? Am I the only one who ever thinks about that? I would love to see that. I think that would be good stuff. But I think we've seen enough of Adam Copeland in the world title picture. I think that boat has sailed. And
as a single, I think him and Christian Cage need to stay together for the rest of the stint.
Yeah. Thank you, AJ. Thank you for the great support tonight. Dom Wapo with a super chat. He says, or a 37-month membership. Thank you, Dom. This is your warning shot. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you guys for watching this show so I don't have to. I find it hard to watch because it's all boring. How you know?
How you know?
How you know? Thank you, Dom. The Mother Lover with a $4.99. Aside from injury, MJF being off the show ahead of AEW's biggest show of the year is a major red flag. There must be some legit issues going on. Also, going to see an 8 p.m. showing of Spider-Man on Friday, so I'll miss all of SmackDown. Oh no, whatever will I do?
So somebody in the chat earlier said you should watch SmackDown on Friday.
Nah.
How about no?
No, I would stay far away from that. That is awful.
Oh, man.
Mother Love, enjoy Spider-Man Friday. I don't listen, man. Jesse's correct to think that MJF might be hurt. Tony did say he was hurt. Dave Meltzer told us it was nothing serious. Sean Ross Sapp said he will be factored into All In plans. I don't think he's that hurt. I don't.
I'll tell you what. If he shows up and works All In, I'll say he was never hurt. If he misses All In,
I will agree with you. He's hurt. Yeah,
he's hurt.
Yeah,
he's nobody's. Yeah. That's like skipping WrestleMania. No.
Yeah. I just don't see him doing that.
Yeah.
Yeats with a 199. Mick Barkley. Woof woof. Yeah, that was a bad segment. Not worse than Danhausen and Joe Hendry though. AJ Body with a 4-9. Did you see that segment, Jesse?
Fuck, man. Yeah. And you know what David Rice said? I'm like, yeah, there he is. He's right here in the. David Rice said at the end of that, when the beatdown started happening, he said that part saved the whole segment.
No. Yeah, we love Mr. David Rice, but that segment could not be saved by Jesus Christ himself if he came down from the heavens and blessed us with great storytelling.
We couldn't determine what was his worst quote, either that or him literally saying that Bruce Pritchard was a genius.
Oh my God, man! I think he's just doing it to troll you.
He's got to be, but the thing is, I think he really means it. I think he really believes that shit.
AJ with a 499. Chris Jericho calls himself the Painmaker, and his theme is called Painkiller. Doesn't make sense. Painkiller is to kill the pain. I don't care because Judas Priest is fucking great, and it's a great song. And Jericho is a big metal enthusiast, so I let that one slide, even though you are theoretically correct. Yeet with a 199. Don't forget, JD. Tony Schiavone tonight was singing Baby Shark. He was. As the mascot for Shark Week, Sharky, was dancing behind him.
Oh my God, he's Shark.
I like Shark Week.
Oh. I don't even know if I like or dislike the actual Shark Week. I just hate how much they advertise Shark Week. That's it.
It's the biggest time of the year.
My God. Why? What happens? Like, see,
Sharks are very interesting, but they're very interesting creatures.
What happens during Shark Week?
You see people talking about sharks and new discoveries and new theories and new discoveries. It is the Discovery Channel, by the way, you know.
What new information are we now newly discovering about sharks?
You gotta watch Shark Week, bro. I can't tell you.
I'll watch Shark Week when you watch The Sopranos.
Oh, was it Chompy? Oh, I'm sorry. I said Sharky. Chompy.
Yeah, it's Chompy, bro.
Sorry. KMG with a 20. They need to give Kenny bullet points or something. My God, that segment dragged. OTS for life. That's what Jesse said.
Yeah, Kenny doesn't need bullet points. The problem is Kenny trails. And he'll go off on a tangent and he'll bring it back. But in the meantime, he's been dragging on for so long. Oh, God.
Don't forget, Jesse, to tell JD that I didn't like the Danhausen segment on Raw, says David Rice.
Yes, he said he didn't like the segment, but the beatdown segment at the end of it saved it.
Maybe he meant it in a way that Ryan Garcia and the Judgment Day saved it from being further terrible.
Nope.
I don't know. That was one of the worst segments of all time. AJ with the 199. Did Danhausen curse AEW before he left? No, he cursed everybody. He cursed AEW. He cursed the fans. He cursed WWE. He cursed creative. Everybody's cursed. I genuinely believe that. Everything is cursed. Noah Kirby with a $5 super chat. Where is Wardlow and the Hurt Syndicate? Fuck do I know? Imagine the Hurt Syndicate, Jesse, being on the roster and not being factored into All In.
How about where is Mama Wayne? Let's start with the important stuff. Once we get Mama Wayne back, all right, then we'll worry about the Hurt Syndicate and Wardlow. Let's start with Mama Wayne.
If the Hurt Syndicate are not at All In, I think they're done. I think they realized where they were and they said, fuck this shit, we're out. I got to lose to these fucking vanilla midgets. I'm out. Goodbye.
Bro, it makes no sense why they're not on TV. Like, literally, they're over. Everybody, they're getting shit done, and they just yanked them off TV.
Bro, does Bobby Lashley need wrestling anymore? I don't think. He's 53 years old.
That's the amazing part, bro. He does not.
Or 50 something on a year. Who's the oldest in there? Shelton?
Probably Shelton Benjamin. But they don't look or move they don't. They're ageless, bro. They're fucking over, and they look great, and they're wrestling at a peak level. Why are they not on TV anymore?
I don't know.
There's so many people. I don't know what's worse: the Hurt Syndicate being MIA, or Deonna Purrazzo just gone.
Bro, if Tony released all the people he's not using right now, an independent promotion could be born. A whole new wrestling promotion could be born with just the talent that he has on his roster that he's not using.
Bruh, they have two. I think they have two of their most talented women on their entire roster not on TV, with Athena and Deonna Purrazzo.
I don't know. I'm just done. I'm over a lot of what we're watching. I think all of it just sucks. Noah Kirby, thank you, brother, for the 5. Mother Lover with the 199. Triple H eats corn on the cob the long way. Everybody hates Triple H this week.
Man.
Don Stoney with a 5. Shout out to Don Stoney, Wrestling Soup, Spitball Media, and as always, R.I.P. Kevin Castle. Stoney, thank you, brother. We love Don Stoney. Mario S. with a $5 super chat. What if we are all wrong with Busted Open? Bully and Dave had some takes, some honest takes on Raw. Not a lot, but somewhere there maybe it can help the product.
We're not wrong because Thunder Rosa was fired.
Listen, they could be honest all they want. I don't think people trust that honesty is coming from a good place. I think now if people start hearing them rant, that it's going to be forced. And I think fans genuinely feel like the honesty and the rants and the upfront feelings about a bad show like Monday, that's going to come to an end, because how long is WWE going to want to put up with that? I mean, they just had Triple H on the fucking show today. Did they ask him how to fix the tag team division, or why Liv Morgan hasn't defended her championship in 103 days, or why there's no tag team division? There's no rhyme or reason for anything that's going on. Like, these are questions that you have to ask him.
Yeah, if they were gonna have no hand in anything that they say, or they're creative, Thunder Rosa would have stayed. She would have been there.
Yeah. Phil with the $9.99. Besides the 2 segments of Mercedes, Willow, Ospreay, Kenny, those title matches meant nothing, and this show didn't do much for me. I liked what they did with the world title picture, though. Could just be me. Bro, all the talking segments were the best part of the show. Everything else was a waste of fucking time. Literally, a waste of time. David Rice with a $9.99. This wasn't the worst Dynamite post-pay-per-view Dynamite. I did like that they are turning on the gas for the future matches for All In, or the feature matches for All In. It could have been better, but it also could have been worse. Brother, all the best segments were talking segments. The wrestling itself was just as worthless as Monday Night Raw. Completely irrelevant. Nothing mattered. It led to nothing. J. Ray with a $10 super chat. LaGreca's rant about Raw meant nothing this week on Busted Open. It's not going to be instant. Solid Monster said it would be months before WWE fully changes Busted Open. We support you, JD, but the writing is on the wall. I said the same thing on my video, guys. What are you not getting? I did a video on this legitimately the day the news broke. I said verbatim, you think 6 to 12 months from now, whatever they do on Busted Open now, which may kind of fly under the radar, you think 6 to 12 months from now it's going to be the same way? No. What does what I say go in one ear and out the other? I am fully aware of what it means for them to be there and how the honesty and genuine criticism is not going to last. And if there is, it's not coming from a good place. I get it. But give him a benefit of the doubt. Give him a chance. Let's see what he does. He ranted on Monday. I didn't listen to the show on Monday. I didn't. But if they want to help the show, there needs to be genuine criticism. And when Triple H is on the show, there needs to be genuine questions about what is wrong with the show. They can't be glazing SummerSlam and not address the problems. You got that man's ear for fucking 15 to 20 minutes. You got to address the problems while also hyping up the show this weekend. That wasn't done. That's why people aren't going to ride with them as much anymore. Dingleberry with a $5 super chat. Another great show, guys. I miss Adam Cole. Is he done for good? I hope not. I love Adam Cole. I hope not.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Jason Barker with a 5. Can we all agree that wrestling in 2026 hasn't been hitting? No, it sucks worse this year than it did last year. BW Roses with a $5 super chat. Does it seem to you and Jesse that WWE's rehashing the 96 Sunny manipulation angle with Maxine being in the vision and duping Otis? Could that be the role? Nah. I didn't think of Sunny. Why are you thinking of Sunny in 1996 for Otis and Maxine? It's the typical fucking high school slop that WWE's done with Otis 3 times previously. He's done it with Mandy Rose. He's done it with fucking Maxine.
Did it with Mandy.
Yeah.
They just repeating the Mandy stuff.
Yeah.
With the same guy.
Yeah. And then Realist with another 5. You think Vince McMahon was back in creative after that shitty Danhausen segment on Monday? Brother, everybody thinks Vince is either back, Triple H is railroading the show just because he's frustrated with TKO. I don't. Maybe he's been abducted by aliens. I don't know. Whatever's going on, it's not good. It's not good. That's all we got. I'm getting out of here. Jesse's getting out of here. Jesse, any last words before we get out of here?
Join me tomorrow for the Collision watch along. If the numbers look good, maybe Collision Corner makes an appearance next week. Who knows?
Maybe. We'll see. There you go. Show up to Jesse's stream, and then maybe we'll do a Collision Corner next Wednesday.
Here we go. Let's get it.
How about that? Thank you guys very much for joining me here on Wednesday night. Jesse on Wednesday night. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Go follow Jesse on Twitter at ShotTownSmark, at ShotTownSmark on YouTube. 2 Count with the Coach is on his channel. Go check that out. Tuesday Night Titans is live on my channel. Go check that out from last night. Monday Night Raw and the epic rant on Danhausen and Joe Hendry. And then all the social media clips on the second channel, Instagram, TikTok, everything you need is linked down below. Next time you see me live will be for SmackDown on Friday, and then we have SummerSlam this weekend right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.